Ben Gibson is struggling with his back. He hasn't trained since last week. He picked up the injury against Wolves. I'm hopeful that he might train tomorrow, but we don't know. And Billy Gilmore rolled his ankle and he's gone back to Chelsea for an assessment today. So we'll wait and see whether he gets back or not. I just think he's come in and done a really good job. I think he's done that wherever he's been. You know, I remember playing against him with my Brentford team when he was at Chelsea. Obviously, I worked with John Terry at Villa for 3 years, and he told me, how good a coach he was. Won the league, the Premier League with Chelsea. Went over to Italy, back to Italy. Won the league with Inter Milan. I picked Ashley Young's brains at the start of this season about how well he'd done as well, and he certainly seems to have that Midas touch at the moment. Yeah, the emotions are pretty stable, as they always have been. We got relegated a few weeks ago. I was pleased with the performance last week against Wolves, and pleased that we stopped the losing run and got a point. I thought we deserved all three. Unfortunately, their goal was given after the free kick that shouldn't have been. But I've been disappointed with a lot of decisions during this season anyway, and still haven't had the phone call off PGMOL. Other managers seem to get them, but we at Norwich certainly haven't had them, so certainly won't miss that. Yeah, it's really important that we took a bad option on Teemu a couple of weeks ago, so I don't envisage him going anywhere at all. He's really important to what we're about. As you say, he scored his 11th goal in what's been a poor season for us, and beat his previous tally, I think, or drew level with his previous tally. But he's eager for more. You'll feel over the last few weeks he's left a few out there, and I've had a conversation with him, and I know he is, but he's making great movements and he's getting some really good chances at the moment. So I'm pleased with the way he's been playing. He's too early. We'll have a look at him during pre-season. Obviously, he'll get an extended rest. Obviously, going to the playoff final at the end of the month. We've got 3 or 4 of the players who've been out on loan in the Championship training with us already. It's been great to see the likes of Jordan Hugo, Sam Fulham, and Onel Hernandez training with us, as well as Barley Rumba, who's back from Peterborough as well. So it's been great to see them and have them around us, and gives myself, Shaky and me the chance to get our eyes on them as well. Yeah, I envisage him being back for pre-season. Bournemouth haven't taken up the option on Todd, so Todd's back as a Norwich City player. Ultimately, it's been a failure because my job was to come in and keep us in the Premier League. So really disappointed that we haven't managed to do that. We just haven't been quite good enough in the Premier League. But there's been some good parts of it. The likes of the emergence of John Rowe, who probably nobody knew about 6 months ago, and Tony Springett as well have come in and made their debuts. Adam Eda's got his first Premier League goal. We actually got out of the bottom 3. I think I was told for the first time in the Premier League in 500 days or something like that. So, it's not been a great season. We wanted to stay in the league, and ultimately we haven't done that. And I feel for the supporters, but I also feel for the staff and the players as well, because as a collective we haven't been good enough. So together we come back fighting and get back into it. There's no reason why they can't. There's a good group there that have done really well this season and have trained pretty regular with us. The likes of Liam Gibbs as well, John Tomkinson, Flynn Clark. They've all moved up at some stage and trained with us. So our job now is to continue their developments and and help them come through. All Norwich fans will want to see players come through the system. Mentioned too early with Johnny and Tony, and hopefully we can have others coming through as well now. They will be. I had 14 yesterday, and I've got 10 today. So I'm a busy man at the moment. But they're enjoyable because very rarely do you get the opportunity to sit down with the players one-on-one. I normally try and do it twice a season, January and at the end of the season, and do a review with them. But obviously January was too soon. I wouldn't have really known too much about all of them.